Alright, Eugene back out here for another. Gonna be working on my son's pit bike. Bring you in here. It is a 1999 XR70R. Runs pretty good. Chain's a little rusty. You can see there. Missing a chain guard right here, which is what I'm gonna install today. Tank's got some. She's getting moldy. Gonna clean some of that off. Could use some new grips. Not sure, I might have grips up there on the wall. Not sure if they're for this, but I might have a new set of grips. But I'd like to just get this cleaned off a little bit and get ready for him to. Got the shifter's a little. Whoops, shifter's a little twisted here. It looks like it's kicked up. Just to get it cleaned up so he'll probably put this in the back of his truck like he did last year and drive around with it. And let's see if we can shrink it back down here. Drive around with it. He puts it in the back of his truck. He'll bring it back and forth to work and leave it at work, and then they'll horse around with it over at his job, and they have fun with them. So anyway, let's see if we can figure out how this guard goes on. Let's get it going. Here's the guard right here. To use one, I did a video on cleaning this up because it was pretty faded out. So going back in my old videos, you'll see this. In a second, I'm gonna pause you here and I'm gonna clean this off. All right, we got a cover cleaned off here. Put some now we'll turn around here. Put some chain saver wax on the chain. Let's see how this thing mounts. I have no idea. Guessing like that. Looks like a bolt through here. And then I see the bolt see the bolt for the other side, but I don't see the back one. See this one here. This is the one I'm confused about. Nothing to lean it against. Looks like it's this one. It's off a small bolt hole. Let's see if I can lean it over here. Definitely that one. Looks like that one, but it looks like it goes on the inside, but that ain't gonna make no sense. Definitely that hole back there. It's not touching. It's cut out here for the bar. We're going to go with that. See if I can find some hardware for that. That'll be the next trick. I'm checking my stash here. Bolt stash. Yeah. Got a hardware pile here. Got some stainless in here. I'm gonna find some short bolts. And I found Phillips. I don't want Phillips. Here's one short one. Alright, I'll bring you back. Let's see if I can find some hardware. Alright, we're back. We got a tap handle here. We're gonna tap through these holes here. Got a set of bolts. I think I might have to cut them shorter because I don't have anything in my stash here that's short enough, and I don't want them sticking out, hitting the sprocket, or a stick catching in the sprocket and then hitting the end of the bolt. So let me make sure you guys can still see. Bring it a little closer. Come on. There we go. We're going to tap to the hole on the rear and then in the front. Got a new tap handle. That one. Like I said, then I'll get the guard up here and then I'll need to set looks like a spacer. Missing a spacer in the hole here. And a washer. That one looks good. Try this one. I like this ratchet and tap handle. Whoops. Well, you better run and throw the handle out. This chain is actually new from last year. It's just rusty from sitting. I got the handles tapped, or the hole tapped, the handles tapped. Check our bolts here. Stainless. Oops. Zoom down a little bit too far. Stainless hardware. There goes the door. The wind keeps gusting. Get that door. I think those might be 5/16. Oh, I think I got the wrong ratchet. Yeah, they're definitely 5/16s or 8mm. Yes, I said 5/16 or 8. This is a 5/16 wrench right here. Won't zoom in, but here's a 5/16 wrench, and we're gonna use all these metric bolts. I just want to make sure the bolts tighten. It's easier if we grab the ratchet. Alright, the bolt will tighten. So I was checking. Make sure I had a good thread cut. Try the other one. Frame is really good. It's got some rust spots on it, just from sitting around, but the paint's really decent on it. Yep, we're good on that one. That one tightens. I'm gonna have to check my stash and see if I got some spacers. Looks like you're supposed to have spacers in them holes. They're pretty big. I don't see putting the bolt with a washer on there, tightening it down is gonna do it. See if we can get this camera to zoom back down. Yeah, look at the hole. That hole is huge compared to the bolt. Spacers, that'll be the next fun trick. Not a normal thing for me to have. We'll bring it back, let's see if I can find something. Alright, we're back. We got our bolts in here, painted our washers. Got some, whoops, lost the spacer now. Got spacers in here. Just put a set of rubber spacers in them. Just something to take up the room in the hole. A quick paint job on them. Nothing fancy. You can see here. We can get you zoomed in. Get this back on. Grab my wrench. Got my spacer. I just need to fall out the back. I know I just seen the spacer come out the back. Oh, there she is. So we just took a piece of 5/16 or 3/16, no 3/16 rubber hose and just cut a piece off there. Just enough to take up the room. First I said I should grab a ratchet, but I didn't. Well, it's not sticking out the back much with the spacer in there. Check to see if it's gonna touch. Nope. She's good to go. Easy as that. Little redneck fabrication on the spacers, and she's on there. Got it cleaned off. Looking good. You got bolts right there with our washers on. Alright, now we're gonna see if we can get this thing cleaned off a little bit. Nothing exciting. Gonna take the shop towel here, some ceramic CMX, my son don't really care, obviously, because it's pretty filthy, but I figured it'd be nice and just clean it off some for him. I think some of this might be just dust. Let me try hitting it with a, if I get some air here, air gun, and see if it just blows off. Alright, we're going to pause you a second because you don't want to hear the compressor run. Hang on. Alright, we went in the house and tried to find something maybe with a little more cleaning properties to it than just a ceramic coating. Well, the imitation ceramic coating, I should say, because we all know that ain't real ceramic coating. Yeah, this is a little bit better, but not really. It only smells better. I mean, it is a cleaner, but it's not, doesn't have bleach in it, so it doesn't get the stains off the white. The tank is really big. Really nice bike. Just been sitting out there on the tarp for the entire winter, locked up, waiting for the spring thaw. I'll bring you back here in a minute when we get her cleaned up a little bit better, and we'll show you what she looks like. Back in a minute. Alright, she's all cleaned up. Let me see if we can get this camera to go back the other way. She's all cleaned up. Got her clean out the best we can. These dark spots on the tank are scratches in the tank, so the dirt's in the scratches. Unfortunately, doesn't look bad. My son's gonna go, Dad, why? It's a dirt bike, not a show bike. I don't care. I bought this bike, I guess, 3 years ago. Anyway, 3 years ago had a valve issue. Had a bent valve actually. Rims all clean. Number plate's clean. I wish I could find tank stickers. Doesn't seem to be I can find one for this XR. But anyway, so yeah, I bought this bike. Bought this bike about 3 years ago. Had a bent valve, low compression. Son picked it up for me the one day from my house. Said he'll take it over to work and or take it back to his house and put a valve in it, and he did. Pulled off the head, put a valve in it. Got compression back, got it to start up. I ain't never seen it since until now. He brought it back this year to store it, but yeah, it was one of them. Dad, I'll bring it right back. He never brought it back. That's okay. Well, I didn't have a lot into the bike in the first place. Now Now the bike's what? It's a 1998, but it's still like 12 to 1400 now. So this little XR70 is about as complete as you can get, except for the air filter. And the other reason the air filter is a pod filter, because you can't find the plastic filter that housing. You can find the end cap, but you can't find the piece that goes to the carburetor. So I tried. Probably would have replaced it, but anyway, since she's your bone stock pit bike, and you know, she looks good for its year, for a 98. How much better can you get? I mean, got some wear here from the boots shifting. Got some scratches here and there on the frame. I mean, just spot rust where it's been welded, you know, from the factory. A little bit on the rims. You see here we're installed the tire scratch the chrome. But anyway, because you know it is a dirt bike. Anyway, like I said, it's just a quick video. Like I said, I was just trying to get this chain guard installed. Show you, you know, some basic hardware and some rubber fuel line for spacers. You get the guard right back on there. That's the guard that, like I said, if you go back and check out my other videos, that's the guard that was it was actually faded like a gray color, and used the heat gun and some treatment on it, and you know, I don't know if you can see it, it's a little dark in here, but it looks pretty darn good. And I got it for a good price. I think $20, $22 I think for a used one, compared to like $40 for a new one. Anyway, got any information on this video, please like, share, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. Picture Park Project, funny videos, drift girls, things I might see, roadside finds, you know, all kinds of cool stuff on there. I'm posting nearly enough on Instagram. I don't know how these people remember to grab their cameras all the time and snap a photo of everything, but go check them out if you would. You can sign up for both of them, and we're out of here. Peace. Yes, there's a video up on my channel on this bike though. Just my son took it out this weekend for a rip. There's a pan underneath it because carburetor overflow was leaking, and he fixed that though. So, and here's that XR. Like I said, see if I can get you in here to show you the year, so we can confirm it's a 1998. All right, we're out here.